My friends, I hope you guys are doing well. I felt called to come on and do a reading. It's very late in the day. Usually I don't do readings this late, but I just couldn't ignore the energy of needing to come on and do a reading. So one thing that I was hearing was that there's been a lot of reflection since releasing this connection. So that could be you. You could have released it after a lot of reflection, or after you stopped pursuing this connection, or there was some sort of tower or separation. Since then, there's been a lot of reflection. So you could be heavily reflecting about this person right now. And we're going to do feelings today. So we're going to be looking at your person's feelings for you, and maybe we'll tap into your feelings as well. But we're going to start with this deck to see if this is your reading. So if you're not resonating with this one, then it's probably not your reading. So we do have interested in you. So someone interested in you. That could be that you have other people interested in you. Before I started this reading, I also had to hang a towel over my window, even though I have curtains, because the light and the sun coming in was so bright. So you could be shining really brightly right now. Yeah, we have love call. Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you. Interested in you, thinking of you, wanting to express how they feel about you. And we have grounding, stability, so you could be working on your stability right now. You could have been very ungrounded in this connection, and perhaps since releasing it or since separation, perhaps you were feeling more grounded. So let's cut the deck and see what's happening here. All right. We have poker face, taking a chance. So someone, that's the Ace of Spades, which is the Ace of Swords. So it feels like someone wanting to, someone having a breakthrough, someone wanting to communicate with you. Not showing hand, so this person maybe not communicating with you right now about how they truly feel about you, about the fact that they are interested in you, that they are thinking of you. You could even think that this person isn't thinking of you. We have death, so there was an ending here, and that's what I was hearing, that after some sort of ending, there's been, or since releasing, there's been a lot of reflection. So let's see the energy around you and this person. Oh my gosh, the first one, we have twin flames. It's funny because I felt like grabbing some of my twin flame decks, and I thought, no, I won't grab them unless a card comes out. It's the first card. So twin flames, yin and yang balance, union and duality, complement, polar opposites. So you and this person could be very different. Interesting, we have not today. Boundaries. So not today. So clearly there's no communication here. This person, even though they're thinking of you and interested in you, wanting to take a risk towards you, still not showing their hand. So they haven't communicated this with you yet. Still upset. So I'm hearing a few different things, and we're going to have to look at the energy to figure out who's who here. But it feels like you're dealing with a counterpart connection where boundaries are in place, or this person is still upset, not ready to have a conversation with you, or they could think that you're still upset. And I will say, twin flame connections are complicated. It's not black and white, that's for sure. They're very complicated. There's a lot that goes on in twin flame connections. There's a lot that needs to be done before possible union. There's also a lot of misinformation out there about twin flame connections, so just be careful. I was always under the assumption, or under the belief, or I heard from readers, how can I put this? There are some readers who talk about twin flame connections who haven't been in one, that don't understand them. So just use your discernment when you're seeing information about twin flames. But yeah, this feels like a no contact situation. Separation underneath that. There could have been some sort of heartbreak and pain here. That's kind of what these connections are like. And again, they're super complicated. And if you know, you know. It's not as simple as, well, we love each other, we should just be together. There's a lot of things that have to happen and need to be healed and need to be released before you can come into union. And a lot of that happens in separation. So I'm seeing, now I'm going to have to get that channeled message deck. I am seeing something about, you know, the purpose of the twin flame connection is actually about you. It's about elevating into your higher self. For divine feminines, I know that a big part of it is also getting aligned with your soul mission. But yeah, very complicated. It's a complicated situation and not many people understand it. So it can be hard to find support from friends and family because not many people understand what it's like to experience this. All right, you could be having dreams too. So let's see what else comes out. That was the first card out, my goodness. So yeah, we have grounding. So clearly there needed to be some growth. Yeah, there needed to be, exactly. There needed to be growth and stability, both of you. I just said that the point of this journey is to evolve into your higher self, to ground your own energy, to stabilize in your own energy. And that often can't happen when the two of you are together until you've both done the healing. And a lot of twin flames try and come together and be in union, but it never ends up working. There's always tower moments until that growth and awakening happens, usually in separation. The other thing I want to mention is that it's hard to come into union if you're not truly in union with yourself, if you haven't grown through the journey, if you don't have stability, if you're not in inner union with yourself. And it also says growth and endurance. And I see it all the time. Like I never judge people for not choosing the twin flame journey. There's lots of people who don't choose the twin flame journey because it's very complicated. It's very difficult. It's very triggering. It really kind of rips you open. But the growth that comes with it is worth it. Even if, this is going to trigger some people, but even if you never come into union, it's worth it because of the person you evolve into. And I always say, don't do it for union, do it for you. Don't do it for them, do it for you. Do the healing for you. You know, maybe you started trying to heal because of this connection or to help this connection, but do it for you. We also have hammer, sabotage, and rebuild. So it feels like in this connection, something wasn't stable, something wasn't grounded, maybe not enough growth had happened. And with this card, it says sabotage and rebuild. And that's exactly what I was talking about, where some counterparts will come together because they can't ignore that love that they feel for each other, that pull they feel towards each other. But they end up both sabotaging it because they're still operating from a wounded feminine, wounded masculine place, a lower vibrational energy. And, you know, as much as one or both people want to be together, they end up sabotaging it. And some counterparts continuously try and rebuild and then sabotage, rebuild and then sabotage. Persistent, working on it, growth and endurance. So it really is, I always say this journey is not for the faint of heart. And again, no judgment from me if, you know, there's a lot of you that I've seen that have voiced like, I don't want this anymore. But there's also, when you take your attention off of what's happening in the 3D and you think about the 5D and you look at the growth you've undergone, the potential to elevate into your higher self, there is a gift in it. There is a blessing in this journey. And then we have Phoenix, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. So it feels like there needed to be Also, my hard feelings are dissipating. That's your affirmation that just popped down. So you could have hard feelings about this. That's another thing that, a lot of people who go through this journey, it can be hard to let go of the resentment, the anger. But again, when you look back at the growth you've been through, that's what makes it worth it. It's a journey, and it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, not the destination. Remember that. And I know that's frustrating to hear. And you could have been someone who endured a lot within this connection, and you were persistent. You wanted to make it work. But you could have had to burn yourself many times through lessons before you finally released it, right? And I'm not saying release as in you will never give this person another chance, but releasing the outcome, releasing control over the situation, releasing chasing energy. And I listened to a very interesting thing by Sacred Soul Rising the other day. If you don't know who she is, she's very knowledgeable about counterparts. And she was talking about how, something that's very common on this journey is questioning it. Is this my counterpart? Is this my twin flame? Or is it just a karmic? Is it just a false flame? And she actually went over three things that happened to you. That are signs of a twin flame connection that you wouldn't get with a karmic and a false flame. So I feel like I need to mention them now. Because this also says changed mind. So for some of you, you may have changed your mind here about this journey. Maybe you don't want this journey anymore. Maybe at one point you didn't want this journey anymore, and now you've changed your mind and you're committing to this journey. Do it for you. Maybe you're doing it for you. Maybe at one point you thought this was a karmic. That's so common for counterparts, especially when there's like this sabotage and rebuild energy, to question it. Was it just a karmic? So here are the three things, Sacred Soul Rising, here are the three things she spoke about that don't happen with false flames or karmics. One is a Kundalini awakening. So you feel it energetically. You go through a dark night of the soul. You go through a major awakening. You kind of feel like you're losing your mind a little. Look at how the sun is right on my face. Interesting. I see the light now. The other thing is that you feel called towards doing some sort of mission. So you feel like you have a higher purpose. And even you start to feel in your muggle job or your day job that it's not fulfilling you. So that's another thing. It is tied to your mission. So you get this desire to be a light worker or to do some sort of mission to help others. The third thing is that you cannot let go of their energy. And I'm not talking about someone who is unhealthily, whatever the word is, hung up on someone else, or I'm not talking about being codependently attached. You could even be the type of person who has easily moved on from relationships in the past. When it is your counterpart, you cannot cut that cord. You can release the energy, you can release the outcome, but you always feel a connection with that person. Even after years of not speaking to them, you still feel that soul connection. That she was saying that doesn't happen with a false flame or a karmic. Some of the lessons can be similar to a karmic. It can kind of feel karmic in nature because it is a karmic connection. So this changed mind, this could also be about you outgrowing this person in the 3D. So maybe for a time you were persistent, worked on it, even though there were cycles of rebuilding and self-sabotage, and maybe because you felt this soul connection with this person, you always kept trying. Even if they were showing up in their lower vibrational energy, even however they were showing up in the 3D, you were still willing to give them a chance. But for you, if you have rised into this Phoenix energy, you could be in an energy of a changed mind, as far as, you know, I've been persistent, I've worked on this connection, but the way this person is showing up in the 3D, especially with that separation and pain, you could have a changed mind where you're at the threshold where you see that their 3D self doesn't align with you and where you are, because you've grown, you've evolved. That means your standards are higher. You're not willing to put up with bad behavior. Even if it is your twin flame, you're not willing to put up with toxic behavior, even if it is your twin flame. So that could be the changed mind here with the Phoenix. So it'll be interesting to see what else comes out. This feels like a doozy. I say that a lot though. So let's just get 2 more. We have the Runner. So clearly you were dealing with someone who is running from this connection, and that could be your changed mind, is that maybe in the past you chased after this runner. Chaser didn't come out. Yay, high five. Chaser didn't come out, but maybe in the past you kept trying to work on it with this runner. Someone with a fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil, triggering. And even though you unconditionally loved this runner, your changed mind could be, I love this person. I feel like they're my counterpart. I've showed endurance. I've worked on it, but I now have a changed mind because I feel like I deserve unconditional love given back towards me. I deserve giving and receiving. I deserve reciprocity. I deserve fairness in love. I deserve my affection to be returned. So that could be your changed mind here, is that, well, if this person is going to run from my love, I'm going to stop chasing them. And I'm going to honor myself. And I'm going to show that unconditional love to myself. Another thing that Sacred Soul Rising talks about, if you don't follow her, she is very knowledgeable. But she talks about how for a lot of feminines, before they evolve into that divine feminine energy, they actually love their counterpart more than they love themselves. And that's why they chase the runner. That's why they put up with less than desirable behavior. That's why they keep trying to work on it. And then there comes a time where they have to realize, I'm supposed to love myself more and value myself more than chasing what runs from me. So like I said, even though you unconditionally love this person and feel that connection with them, you could be evolving right now where you have a changed mind. And you know, you could be working on your own growth and stability right now. Because think about it this way too. If this journey, I had this download the other day, and it's coming to my mind now, but if this journey is about coming home to you, and this person is running from you, by chasing them, you're actually running from yourself. If you think about it. Like if you continue to chase someone who refuses to grow and who has a fear of intimacy and doesn't want to return your affection, you have the capability to give yourself that affection, to return your own love, to embody self-love. And by chasing after the runner, you're essentially running away from yourself. And if there's mirroring here and you're running away from yourself and they're running from you, do you know what I mean? I was outside looking at the stars the other night, and I saw a shooting star, and I had this, that's what I was hearing. By chasing after the runner, you're actually running from coming into union with yourself. Two more. Let's get 2 more. This feels like a complicated one. Could be like you could be an empath. I feel like most divine feminines are. So let's just get 2 more. This is not the reading I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be a simple, straightforward love reading. It is not. So I'm going to have to grab some different decks. 2 more for this twin flame connection. One more. So, Chaser did not come out, but Runner came out, which means whoever you're connected to, your counterpart, because this twin flame is still in running energy, but I feel like you have evolved from chasing. And what's really interesting about this card is if you look at this card, this person who is running has stopped on the bridge and is looking back to the past. They've stopped running. But the fact that this card came out as what's surrounding you is an indication that this person is still in running energy. And maybe recently you, after releasing it, and you're reflecting about it, maybe you stopped running from yourself, from unconditionally loving yourself, from putting up with less than you deserve. So I wanted to confirm this Runner card, and what came out is very interesting. We have deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving, and we have Camera, reminiscing. So right now you have this person reminiscing about the good times. You have this person reminiscing about when things were happier between you, not about the intensity and like the turmoil and the tower moments. And that's what happens. Runners, they can embody some avoidant behavior and like avoidant attachment. And what happens is it takes them longer to feel the impact of the breakup, to feel the impact of the separation. So the chaser feels it instantly. It happens, and then the chaser is crying and grieving and feels it instantly. But someone who's a runner, someone with that avoidant attachment, can avoid feeling that grief and those feelings for months. They can distract themselves. They can distract themselves with work. They can distract themselves with friends. They can push it to the backyard of their mind, like their shadows. But eventually, they can't outrun it. And I'm hearing, you can run, but you can't hide. You know what I'm hearing? And it's for you. I'm hearing the song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? From Stranger Things. I know it's not from Stranger Things, but that's how some people will remember it because it's an older song. Should I stay or should I go now? So you could have had that realization. And the Runner card talks about letting go, which is what I was hearing about the release and the reflection. So someone that you released or they released you, it took them a while, but now they're deep in reflection about you. Reminiscing about the good times. Finally feeling the pain of this, where I feel like you felt it right away. But you turned your pain into power. Oh my gosh. Cool Runnings could be symbolic. I haven't heard that movie in a while. When I say hear, I mean download. That's interesting. Cool Runnings, Jamaica could be symbolic. Jamaica, we are the bobsled team. I love that movie so much. All right, so they're thinking about the time where you were enjoying each other, where you felt connected. And then underneath that, we have not today. And now the hurt, the pain is finally hitting them. It doesn't feel like they're ready to talk yet. All right, so you keep focusing on your growth and your endurance. And remember, it doesn't mean waiting for your twin flame. It means continuing to grow. It means continuing to move forward. Continue living your life. Don't close. Whoa. Don't shut yourself off from the world. Work on your mission. Needing time cycles and takes time to heal, progressing. And with that, sabotage and repair Maybe you and this person were really quick to come back together in the past. This is showing that it takes time for the runner to feel the emotions. It takes time for the healing to take place. It doesn't happen overnight. That's why, you'll hear readers talk about how the counterpart journey is so long. Years long. Years. And years ago, when I heard that, I was like, oh, that won't be me. I can cut corners. No, you can't cut corners. You can't take the shortcuts. And that's why some people choose not to continue down that road. But like I said, it's not about putting your life on hold for this person or waiting for this person to come back. It's about choosing yourself. By choosing this journey, you're choosing yourself. 555 on the timer, change. All right, so I just want to get a few cards from another deck that I had picked out because I want to see how they're feeling about you. Fresh start. Fresh start, hey? Not yet. Not the right time. Just like that other deck. Not today. It's not the right time for a fresh start. And remember, if you are trying to rush it, that's your ego. And I'm not here to shame you for your ego. But that's distorted energy. That's wanting to control the timing. That might be a little bit of distorted masculine energy, actually. This person wants a fresh start, but they're not ready yet. We have Crossroads. So they're at some sort of crossroads right now. Should I stay or should I go now? And I was hearing that when the person stopped on the bridge and was looking back. Interesting. If I go, there will be trouble. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. Oh, we have workout, fitness, exercise. This, to me, is connected to the root chakra, stability. Workout, fitness, gym, lifestyle change. So perhaps this person feels like maybe you're working out. You're aligned with my energy, and I used to make fun of people who worked out. I'm so sorry, the people that I made fun of. It'd be raining and I would see a runner and it'd be like, do you really not have a life that you have to be running on a rainy day? Like, learn how to relax. But really something inside me clearly wanted, it's about a healthy lifestyle. And once you start living a healthy lifestyle, it's hard to stop, actually. But it's also about lifestyle change. So this person, there could be something about their lifestyle that they need to change before they can have this fresh start, even like patterns and things like that. Toxicity. Codependency. Addictions. Lifestyle change. So think about it. If you are still struggling with codependency, and this person is still struggling with codependency or avoidance or unhealthy patterns or addictions, you too, it's not the time for the fresh start. All right. All right, everything is not as it seems for how they feel. So let's see how this person is feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Cycle. Take a break from the cycles. Ending past patterns. What did I just say? Unhealthy patterns. The pattern of sabotage and rebuild, or their own patterns. So this person feels like there was a cycle playing out and that they need time. Like, this is about taking a break. This is about self-care. We have manifest, law of attraction, within reach, positive mindset. So this person is trying to keep a positive mindset. Do you know what song I'm hearing? I'm hearing two songs. They're playing at the same time in my head. I'm hearing It's Gonna Take Time by George Harrison. It's gonna take time, a whole lot of patience and time to do it right. And then the other thing that I'm hearing is You Can't Hurry Love, which I think is from Runaway Bride. Runner. She was a runner. And we have emotions. This person feeling emotional. Trying to keep a positive mindset, but feeling emotional. So clearly there's something about this person that, you know, wants to come towards you, wants a fresh start, but they feel like there's things they need to work on first. I'm hearing like, I want to be the best version for you. I want to be someone who deserves you. Time outside. So this person could definitely be grounding themselves for how they feel about you. You know, they could be seeing you take care of yourself right now. Maybe you're looking good. Remember I mentioned the bright sun. And like I said, you could have been like this right at the point of separation or sabotage or the heartbreak and pain. You could have been like immediately chasers, anxious attachments, feel it right away. And now you could be feeling better. And now the dark cloud is over their head. Self-love for how they feel about you. So they're working on their self-love. They feel like they need to love themselves more, be the best version of themselves so that they can be the best version for you. You could have been someone who lacked self-love, like maybe the version of you they knew in the past you didn't love yourself. It's also like know your worth. This person knows that or feels like you know your worth now and you're not going to accept anything less. Maybe you put up boundaries with that not today card. Clarity. This person does have clarity. Remember I said Ace of Swords. Now there's an airplane. You could live at a distance, but airplanes are also about ascension. How is this person feeling about the viewer? My friend, my beautiful friend. We have forgiveness. So they want your forgiveness. If this person had negative energy, you could have released them. We also have growth. So they do see you or feel like you are someone who's prioritizing growth right now. You're prioritizing self-development. And again, there's this energy that if they want your forgiveness, they're going to have to show through actions and behavior that they've grown and they've changed. Personal development. All right, two more. Just remember, healing. Just remember that card, everything is not as it seems. So your logical mind, thank you, Mr. Crow. 555 here at night, evening, whatever you call it. Lessons. So just remember your ego mind or your distorted energy could be telling you, well, if they wanted to be with me, they just would. But what if it would just repeat a pattern and you'd come together and then sabotage, go your separate ways again? Everything is not as it seems here. My kids are being loud. They're having a good time. Learning from the past, ending toxic cycles. So if this person feels like they're still stuck in some toxic energy, they're not ready for that new beginning. They know that. Difficult self-truths, acknowledgement, inner work. So they know they have things that they need to heal before this fresh start. Otherwise, this cycle will repeat. And they see you as someone who has acknowledged your difficult self-truths, and you've done a lot of self-evaluation, and you have been doing the inner work. My kids are screaming in happiness. Look, we have immature. That's not you. This person needs to do the inner work so they're not acting from an immature place. They need to release that immature behavior. They need to learn from their past. Look, they have regret for this. Dark cloud over their head. Regret for their past actions, feeling sadness. And again, a runner can outrun that for a while. Sad. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's just see how they're feeling about you with one more deck, and then I'm just going to grab a twin flame deck. Oh my gosh, we have running on the bottom. Pain. Apprehensive about coming towards you. Remember, not today. They feel like you're still upset. And just remember, we don't know what's going on with somebody else. There could have been a lot of conflict between you. I'm like hearing that this person doesn't want to come in before they're ready. Conflicted. With what decision here? What should they do? Look, broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. Longing for your light. All right. How is this person feeling about you? Do you guys dress up for Halloween? How's this guy feeling? How's this guy? That's weird. I never gender my readings. I just said, and that doesn't mean it's not your reading, but I've never said that in a reading. I said, how is this guy feeling about you? I don't even know where that came from. Maybe it's because I said, do you guys dress up for Halloween? Anyway, how is this person, not gender specific, how is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Oh my gosh. Hang on. How is this person feeling about you? Clinging. So they haven't been able to let go of your energy, which is what I was talking about. So you have twin flame coming out. Which means, remember what I said about how you know it's a twin flame when you can't let go of their energy, you can't forget about them, can't cut the cord. This person feels a soul connection with you, twin flame. Mistakes, that they made a lot of mistakes here. This person could have had a victim mindset too. Lost soul. Fantasy, daydreaming about you. Fantasy, Mariah Carey. Isn't that a song? Froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. This person's fantasizing about you. Thinking about the good times. Could be thinking about intimate times. And we have foundation. So this person feels like you could have a really solid foundation. I was looking for a number on there. There's no number. So you could be very established. You could have a family. You could have a house. Maybe this person feels not good enough for you. You could have triggered that within them. But what I'm hearing is that this person feels like they need to be established and stable foundation before they come towards you so that you can build a strong foundation together. September 12th could be symbolic, but they're still holding on to your energy. How is this person feeling about the viewer? Time, past life. Now I'm hearing Past Life by the Arkels. I think it's by the Arkels. High Street could be symbolic. Tea could be symbolic. Repeated patterns again. Clearly there was repeating patterns within this connection, or some kind of pattern. They could be having a realization that there's some sort of pattern that keeps playing out with different people in their life having to do with them that played out in this connection. Time. Time. Waiting for the right time. Cycles. Remember, they don't want to repeat a cycle. Repeated patterns, cycles, needing time to heal. Spying. This person could be spying on you. How is this person feeling about you? One day, there we go. One day they'll apologize. Whenever this card comes out, it's like, not today, but someday. Someday, somewhere, another time, I will apologize. I will ask for forgiveness. I do want a fresh start. I feel like they're fearing rejection, if I'm being honest. Boundaries. There we go. That's like that not today card that came out in 3 different decks. It's the same energy in 3 different decks. Boundaries. No. Enough is enough. Remember that not today said boundaries on it. You could have even you could have blocked them, because we have blocking, avoiding. This is insane right here. I'm going to show you these in a minute. But you could have said to this person, like, until you apologize for your bad behavior, don't talk to me. Maybe they're not yet confident enough to apologize. And you want this person to come in confident. We have avoidance, intuition, and return. Wanting a second chance. Realization. One day. It feels like this person has stopped running recently, though. Like they only just stopped on that bridge. And they're looking back. And their intuition, they have an inner knowing that someday you'll be back together again. Making amends. An epiphany that I feel like this person is having an epiphany that you finally stopped resisting letting them go and releasing them. And what did I say? The realization after letting go and reflection. That's the download I got. My throat chakra is closing over. So clearly this person wants to talk to you. It doesn't feel ready. This is a complicated situation. It's not just if they wanted to, they would. It's not as simple as a muggle connection, which is, not like this. All right. I need to grab a twin flame deck. Just 1 second. All right. I'm going to get a few cards for you too. But let's see. Let's see what's happening here. Releasing resistance. Yes. Both of you. Think about it. If you're resisting letting this go, or you're resisting whatever, and they're mirroring that, they're resisting. You're both releasing resistance. Growing. Yes. Self-expansion. This is what the journey is about. So, I feel like setting a boundary for how many cards we pull. The runner. Insecurities. So it feels like this person was running from an insecure place. They could not be ready to come in because they're still struggling with insecurities. But I don't think they're actually running anymore. I feel like they're at a crossroads. Should I keep running or should I go within? Actually, I think they're going within based on that white deck, but let's see. So we're going to get a few cards for you. Show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. We have space between us. Emotional, physical distance. So there is space between you. Yeah, we have yearning, missing your energy, so you could be really thinking about them right now. Hoping to hear from you. It's so funny because chasing didn't come out of any of those decks. Chasing didn't come out of this deck. But it feels like you are hoping to hear from this person, and I feel like this reading found you because you could be actually picking up on this person's energy thinking about you. And maybe it's just like really, maybe you were doing good and then all of a sudden you're thinking about them. And maybe this reading found you because right now you're hoping to hear from them, but remember what the card said, not today. So it's almost like this reading found you so that you don't spiral into that, well, if they wanted to, they would. And maybe your friends are telling you, if they wanted to, they would. Why do you still talk about that person? Why don't you just let them go? There's plenty of fish in the sea. Waiting and yearning, feeling the distance. That's you. Hoping to hear from you. I feel like that's why this reading found you. What was on the bottom? Passion. Clearly you feel passion for this person. I'm just going to get 2 more for you. I'm hearing 2 more. 1, the viewer. 2, traditional values, releasing resistance. So you could have been trying to release resistance, or you have been releasing resistance. And maybe all of a sudden you are feeling you're starting to think about them again, or you're starting to feel like there's communication coming intuitively. Look at that. I always feel connected to you. So it's almost like they're pulling on the red thread. They're like pulling on your energy. So even though you've released resistance and you're no longer chasing, they're pulling on your thread here. We also have traditional values. So that could be your changed mind, that you do want something traditional, that you do want commitment, that you do want marriage, that you do want monogamy, that you do want to live together, or whatever it is. I feel like they're pulling on your energy. What is this? Okay. Releasing low vibrational, distorted feminine energy. Releasing resistance. So we talked about it the other day. Distorted feminine energy, not listening to your intuition, needing external validation. So needing to hear from them. You know what I mean? Like you need... I feel like this is what you're releasing, but let's just talk about it. Distorted feminine energy, wounded feminine energy is where you need the validation that they're thinking about you. You need the validation that they haven't forgotten about you. You need validation from others, when really your validation should be enough. Not listening to your intuition, trusting the opinions of others more. Lacking self-confidence, lacking self-love. My kids are so loud. They're just laughing. Allowing toxic energy, chasing, worrying about time, wanting to control the outcome. So you could still have, you should look up wounded feminine energy. Because for some of you, it feels like you are releasing it, but you still could have a few things that are like wounded feminine energy. And you need to elevate into that divine feminine so that you can come into inner union with yourself. If you are in low vibrational, distorted feminine energy, That's a blockage towards union. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna shuffle these a few times to get your person's energy. It's almost like you were trying to hide that low vibrational, distorted feminine energy from me because it was over here face down and I didn't even notice it. Interesting. Bad timing. The timing's not right for them. And maybe there's something in your frequency it's not the right time yet. And please don't think that I'm saying you're not doing enough. I am not saying that at all. Trust me, I am not saying that at all. June 14th could be symbolic. Yeah, we have walking away. Should I stay or should I go? That's interesting. So right now they are working on their confidence. I know you're out there. What song is that? I know you're out there, somewhere out there. Our Lady Peace, somewhere out there. Purple hair, could be symbolic. All right. Interesting. So they're not ready to talk yet. They're working on their confidence. Let's see your counterpart's energy. That's good. Oh my goodness. I'll get back to that. So we have illusions. We have dark night of the soul. So right now they're having a lot of realizations, dark night of the soul. And if this is your counterpart, you know exactly what this is because you've been through it. Where your whole world feels upside down. You're questioning everything. Illusions. So I feel like these illusions are falling away. We have long distance, feeling the space between, emotional or physical distance. They're feeling the space between you. And we have envisioning forever with you. So their outlook on the future, what they want for life, they're starting to see what they want. What do they want? They want to make amends. They want to come back together. But this is not the time for them to reach out if they are going through a dark night of the soul. Think about it. The caterpillar, they're in the cocoon right now. That's why if they wanted to, they would. They're in the cocoon. They can't pick up the phone when they're in the cocoon. If you've been through this, you know what it felt like. Crying on your bathroom floor. Questioning everything. Releasing the ego. Releasing their ego. Good. Get out of here. Coming clean. I still love you. Envisioning the future. One day, someday, another time, I'm going to apologize. Remember that deck. Same thing. Envisioning a future where someday they will make amends with you. Someday they will come clean and tell you that they still love you. But there's bad timing here. Awakening. I maintain my discipline even when progress is slow. Your person. That was an affirmation that just popped down for your person. Awakening to the fact that this connection is special. Twin flame card came out for them, for their feelings. Shadow, facing their dark side. Yes, releasing their ego. Get out of here. Goodbye. I feel like this person wants to reach out to you, but they're going through very slow progress and they're showing restraint and discipline. When that affirmation popped down. 2 more. Bad timing, like every deck. Every deck said something about not today. And I feel like this reading found you because you maybe you're intuitively picking up on they're pulling on your soul tie, right? So you could intuitively feel like communication must be coming really soon. Maybe sometimes you check your phone and then it just doesn't come. This is why this reading found you. If they wanted to, they would. Doesn't apply here. We have, listen, there's mirroring here. Like distorted feminine energy. Not trusting their intuition, not feeling confident, not having self-love, the same things I mentioned to you. This person connected to your soul, the soul tie card came out. So, I said it, and I'm going to say it again. Go look up healing wounded feminine energy. If this person is truly your counterpart, truly on the end of your threads, if you work on healing and releasing your distorted feminine energy, it will help this person because they have some in their energy too. You could also be picking up on their distorted feminine energy. And I'm not talking about gender, and I'm not talking about another person. Thank you, Mr. Crow. They are manifesting you, trying to keep a positive mindset, envisioning a future. Maybe someone paints here. Calling in you. I'm hearing a lot of music in this reading. Now I'm hearing I believe in a thing called love. I'm hearing a lot of music in this reading. Okay. Divinely protected. It's not the right time. Spying. If they're spying on you, they're not ready. All right. What do I want to look at here? I want to look at your person now. We have intimacy, intensity. I don't know if I can show that card. How is this person doing? We have family and separation. Maybe they're separating from family members. Maybe they have toxic family members in their energy that they need to release. Remember the wounded feminine energy allowing toxicity into your life. But separation. This is also reminding me of that card about stability. I'm going to see what else comes out. Family, working on their stability. Divine masculine. That's really interesting. Listen, something is going on here. This person, if they are releasing their ego and releasing wounded feminine energy and wounded masculine energy, it means they are starting to evolve into divine masculine energy. Remember I said they're not feeling very confident, so they're not there yet. But this is where they're heading. And what's really interesting about this, there's a very specific message here. We have Empress energy. I do not chase, I attract. And we have on the same frequency. So it feels like your person I'm not saying they're trying to attract you in. What I'm saying is the more you embody divine feminine energy, you're both elevating here. You're both raising your frequencies. So, and like I said, union happens once you've done the work, once you've done the growth, once you're the divine feminine, once they're the divine masculine. So if you are working on divine feminine energy, it's helping them. The name Gabrielle, Gabby could be symbolic. School of Rock could be symbolic. Stevie Nicks? I don't know. Show me their person. Wounded masculine. Inner union. Acceptance. So they are releasing their ego. They're working on their wounded masculine energy. They need to release that ego, go through the dark night of the soul to evolve into this divine masculine. They're releasing wounded masculine energy. Should I stay or should I go? Should I evolve into this divine masculine? Should I remain this wounded masculine? They're at a crossroads here. And they do need to work on loving themselves, because I always say a person can only meet you where they are. If this person doesn't love themselves, maybe they appear to love themselves, but I don't think they do. What was that? Oh, it's my watch. I was like, what? I thought something weird was happening. If they don't love themselves, how are they supposed to realize they love you? If they don't love themselves, how would they ever believe that you love them, right? A few more. We have cycles. Red thread. They're feeling you on the end of their red thread. Just like you're feeling the soul tie. Anything you do growth-wise, healing-wise, healing your wounded feminine energy-wise, healing wounded masculine energy, will help this person. They are definitely feeling you. We have cycles. They could be focused on their mission too. They know there's cycles and patterns that need to end before you can come back together. They don't want to sabotage this again. Remember all of the decks about how this person knows that they need to grow before they talk to you, before they ask for your forgiveness, before they try and make amends. I almost feel like their mission, they're going to make it their mission in life to come into union with you. But they, twin flames, you both have a mission. So they could be also being called to focus on their mission work right now. They could help people in some way. But again, they know there's cycles they need to heal before the two of you can come back together. And they are thinking about union here. My throat, I'm telling you. And they want to communicate it, but they're blocked. And I'm not talking about by you, but maybe you do have them blocked. My throat completely closed over when I started talking about that. All right, let's get you tarot. This one needs more time in the oven. We have 7 of Wands. Boundaries. You could have them blocked. 4 of Coins, they haven't let you go, but feeling insecure, holding back. Not ready to approach yet. Thank you, Mr. Crow. All right. Page of Coins in reverse. Ace of Coins. They want this fresh start with you. I'm telling you. Fresh start, new chapter. We saw it in all the decks. But they don't feel ready yet. They don't feel ready yet. There's still things they need to release. And you know, if you put up boundaries, this won't be for all of you, but for some of you, you could have said, until you heal this, until you stop doing this, until you stop repeating this pattern, until you change your lifestyle, until you give up drinking, whatever it is, I don't want to hear from you. I'm seeing that scene from Cat Ballou again. In that movie, like 20 times, she'll say, get out, go away. And then he'll go to leave and she'll be like, where are you going? Don't go. And he's like, you are confusing me. Procrastinating. So there's a bit of procrastination here. Wanting to avoid past mistakes. I'm telling you, this person, that's exactly what I was getting, is that this person doesn't want to repeat the same pattern. They don't want to make the same mistake again. I was going to say twice, but then I stopped myself because I think it's been more than twice. Remember, they had the mistakes card come out. They feel like they've made mistakes here and they don't want to repeat those past mistakes. And they feel like they need to release their immaturity and be more stable and offer you something stable so that this can grow into something stable. I said stable way too many times. Maybe somebody is a stable. There's a bit of avoidance here. This person's seeing you as a missed opportunity. So let's look at their energy. This was supposed to be their feelings for you, but it just went, I don't know where this reading went. Let's see their current energy. Show me their current energy. That's good. That's good. All right, so we do have 3 of Pentacles on the bottom, so they could be getting mediation from someone. This is good. This is good. We have the Devil in reverse, which is about unhealthy patterns. The Devil in reverse is about being more self-aware about those toxic behaviors, about unhealthy attachments, about unhealthy patterns. Patterns is huge in this reading. This person realizing that they do have patterns. Possibly, they could have, listen, they could have gone through some sort of pattern with someone they work with or a friend. Capricorn energy. We've got the 6 of Swords here. Your person is moving into calmer waters. There's, you know, things are leaving behind here. Unhealthy patterns, toxic behaviors that they're leaving behind, toxic people in their life. Remember, we talked about that. And then we've got the 2 of Cups. So wanting to engage in an honest and heartfelt conversation. There is something interesting to me about this card. And I've always mentioned it with this card. But you see someone, blue hair could be symbolic. You could be like a same gender couple. But there's this one person hugging this person. And this person, look at their body language. Their arms are down. Their back is turned. This person is actually holding both cups. So that could have been an unhealthy pattern here. You know, maybe this person is realizing that they were closed off to your love. Crows are going crazy out there right now. Wanting to engage in an honest and heartfelt conversation. Wanting union, reunion. 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. So they could be getting mediation. Or they could be learning some sort of important lesson about their own patterns through like a coworker, like I said, or a friend. Listen, we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the Emperor here. So seriously, your person is working on themselves. They've still got a little bit of immaturity there with the Knight of Cups, but they're on their way. I'm on my way. That song from Shrek. All right. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? That's, yeah. 5 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Wands. They want to heal the past wounds here. They want to take control of this situation. They do have a lot of... This person does have a lot of passion for you. You could be a leader to others, or your light could be shining very brightly right now. 7 of Wands, boundaries. They want to take control of the situation, but not yet. Whether those are your boundaries or their boundaries. Maybe they... With that 3 of Pentacles, it's very possible that this person is getting mediation from someone. Maybe this person they're getting mediation from told them, if you really want to make this work, you need to show that you've changed. So work on change, work on self-growth, work on doing the inner work before you rush in so that it sticks this time. So this is what we have for how they're feeling about you. So they could feel like you released them. They do feel sadness and regret over the past here, but right now they feel like stuck on how to come towards you. Listen, I always say the 2 of Wands represents looking at the patterns that keep us stuck from moving forward and healing them. Look at that star. So this person feels like there's things from the past, cycles, wounds, patterns that they need to heal before they come towards you, so that they can rekindle your hope for the future. 5 of Cups in reverse. This is, you know, I want to come towards you, but I'm feeling scared. Fear of leaving comfort zone. And look at this awakening right here. Look at this third eye on their hand. Yeah, look. Definitely could be boundaries up, or you could have them blocked online. How are they feeling about you? 6 of Cups. Yes, 5 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Cups in the upright. I'm telling you. 9 of Swords, anxiety, overthinking, sleepless nights. They're thinking about you. This person has clarity. You know what else we have? We have a run here. We have 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups in reverse. 5, 6, 7. So this is someone, listen, who has clarity, but not yet ready to take that action. Six of Cups, they feel a soul connection with you. They feel nostalgic about you, thinking about happy memories. It's getting really dark. They feel like you are, clarity, making choices. Clarity about love, 7 of Cups in reverse. And look at that 6 cups here, and then 1 on the third eye. I'm telling you. That's a lot of cups. They want to heal this. Feeling very anxious. They're losing sleep at night. Thank you, Mr. Crow, for confirming that. It's getting really dark here. I want to see what their current intentions are. Current intentions. Hanged Man. Yes, their current intentions are to hang back for now. And again, if that's triggering you, I hate to say it, but that's a little bit of wounded feminine energy. It's the lack of patience. It's wanting to control the timing. The timing could be distorted masculine energy too, actually. This person intends to show you a new perspective, but they're waiting for the right time. Pisces energy. We have 6 of Wands. This person intends to recognize you, to make you feel very loved and very seen, but they're waiting to come forward until they overcome some of these obstacles. What action will this person be taking? in the future? Not today. What action will this person be taking? Ace of Cups. I'm telling you. King of Swords. Clarity, truth, communication. And you know what? This is the best combination of cards. Yes. This is the best combination of cards because this one shows sorry, I thought the crow was talking to me. This one shows, I love this combination of cards because the King of Swords, while they come with truth and clarity and communication, they can also be emotionally detached. But look at that, you have an Ace of Cups here. So they're coming in with emotional vulnerability and truth and clarity and honesty. The Queen of Wands is also here, which is about being open. So they're not coming in closed off, they're coming in open. Maybe for some of you I didn't see third party energy, but maybe for some of you there's a third party or a toxic energy that they need to cut out of their lives before they come back towards you. But Queen of Wands, we're not talking about gender, we're talking about energy. Talks about openness in love. So they're coming in wanting to be very open and honest with you and vulnerable. And look at what is under the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords in reverse, wanting to put the connection back together, learning from the past. That's what's holding them back, is they want to learn from the past here. The Sun, clarity, divine masculine energy, happiness. Leo energy. Three of Wands. Listen, coming out of that Two of Wands energy, approaching you. The White Wizard approaches. Lord of the Rings could be symbolic. That person is even wearing a white, whatever it's called. King of Wands. Matching your energy on the same frequency, taking bold action. All right. I don't want to put time on this. Let's just see what Spirit says about time. What is the timing of this action? So first when I ask for timing, first I read the energies. So the action will happen once they release the past version of themselves, heal the lower version of themselves. Could happen in Aquarius season, which is February. Is it January and February? Or 8 months. And I really don't want to trigger you with that. Remember, energy is fluid, energy changes. And when I learned tarot, I learned that we shouldn't always go based on like these cards. But that's just like a time frame. So what is 8 months from the time I'm filming this? I need to think really hard for this one. You can see my brain breaking. What month is it? Let's say it's October because it's the end of September. So October, November, December, March. No. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So I think between January and May, you're going to be hearing from this person. January and May. And again, if that's triggering you, take that trigger and heal it. Why is it triggering you? Is it because that seems like a long way away? Remember what we talked about, distorted feminine energy, wanting to control the outcome, worrying about time? Think about all the wonderful things you can do from now until January and May. Think about all the healing you can do. Don't be triggered by the timing of tarot cards. Because energy is fluid, energy changes. This person could wake up tomorrow and remember that card, release resistance. Worrying about the timing, release that resistance. Let me just get a few cards of advice from the moon deck for you since I grabbed it. Communication is key. Prosperity lies ahead. Taurus season, April. I said January to May. Prosperity lies ahead. That could have to do with your soul mission as well. Adjustments are required. So yeah, it's not time yet. Needs more time to cook in the oven. All right, I don't know why I was just seeing a premature baby. Did someone have a premature baby? All right, what does the viewer need to know? What advice? A personal issue will reach resolution. Cancer energy. And no, I don't mean that will be it. Look up when the next full moon in Cancer is. And I don't mean a full moon that happens. You know what? I'm going to look it up for you. Hang on. January 3rd, full moon in Cancer. January 3rd. And the end of a tough cycle approaches. How many times did we talk about cycles and patterns? Full moon in Capricorn. Now I got to go look that up. January 3rd. I said January to May. January 3rd, let's look up full moon in Capricorn. Apparently there is no full moon in Capricorn in 2026, but there is a full... Hang on. According to the internet, there isn't one in 2026, but there was one. I could be wrong. Or the internet could be wrong. But there was one in July of this year, 2025. So some kind of cycle could have ended in July of this year. Advice? Your commitment is being tested. How interesting. So how bad do you really want it? Growth and endurance. Remember that card? Prosperity lies ahead. But your commitment is being tested right now. Not for the faint of heart. One more. Your dreams need a practical plan. So if you have dreams or a mission, they need a practical plan. And show the world the real you, Aquarius. So Aquarius season could be symbolic, but if you are doing your mission, you have to make sure that you are showing the world the real you so that they know how to find you. If you're pretending to be someone else, you're going to attract in the wrong people. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So let's look that up. New moon in Libra, October 21st. And it talks about renewing your commitment. Your commitment is being tested. All right. My dogs just came back from doggy daycare because when I go away, I need to leave them at doggy daycare, and they haven't been in a while. So today they just went to make sure they still are okay there, and they were. But it was very quiet in my house today. We have balancing Pisces, so Pisces could be symbolic. I'm just going to get a couple channeled messages from this person. So what does this person want to say to you? Divine Masculine. I am working on my Divine Masculine side. Confirmation. I need to be more assertive, confident, and speak up for myself. I can no longer bow out of things and situations when I become fearful, but fight for what I love, and that is you. So they are working on their Divine Masculine energy, my friends. It's very dark in here, The sun is going down now. I never do readings this late. So how is this person, or what do they want to say to you? That balancing card came out. So I saw a few interesting cards. I did see something about forgiveness. Courage, 53. I don't care what it takes, how long it takes, who I upset. I am going to return to you one way or another. So they don't care how long it takes them, they're going to return. So try not to care about how long it takes. Keep living your life. Keep moving forward. Union and in sync. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to release certain commitments and fully commit to you. We have balancing. So something could still be off balance in their life. Remorseful through actionable change. Didn't I mention that? I'm trying to balance the scales of my life and our connection. I took more from you than you were able to give, and I used you for my own benefit. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you. I'm sorry. So someone could be helping realize that it was unhealthy and unfair to you. And they need to balance that energy so that they can give to you. Because a person can only meet you where they are, which is what I always say. We have Aries energy. I was impulsive and selfish. I pushed this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. What's Wonder Woman's name? Is it Diana, or am I imagining that? Small offering. I know you want more from me, but this is what I can give you at the moment. I'm unsure of what I can give you and when I can give it to you. I want to offer you something more valuable than before. So maybe the reason why they're waiting is because they can't offer you more than they did before right now. Dark night of the soul. So would you rather have a crumb? Would you rather have a small offering? Or would you rather have more than you had before? Interesting, we have a timing card here, December 22nd to March 19th. So it's right in that time frame that we keep talking about. All right, we have inner turmoil and angel numbers. 63. I am bounded physically, mentally, and spiritually. I feel like there's no way out from where I am. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying to fight my inner demons. Dark night of the soul. It's cracking them open. Look at that. Angel numbers. They're seeing angel numbers about you. I am receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. So trust the signs and synchronicities that you're seeing. Confirmation. Did you hear that? Interesting. We have Aquarius energy. So Aquarius energy, Aquarius season could be symbolic. I acted like I didn't care, but I did. I just needed time and space to think on my own. I didn't want to be tied down by a relationship because I wasn't ready to put in the work. We have self-love. Learning to forgive oneself, healing their inner child, recognizing triggers that prevented them from moving forward, patterns that prevented them from moving forward. I said it. I've been working on my self-worth and I am recognizing the issues that have been holding me back. I'm trying to heal myself by loving myself first. And if that is triggering you that they're loving themselves, why is that? Sometimes I see like resentful attitudes when I say this person is loving themselves. Explore where that resentment comes from. How are they supposed to love you if they don't love themselves? And we have glow up. I'm working on myself every day. I hope to improve spiritually and emotionally to become a better version that deserves you. I said that. I am slowly moving forward in my life and hope to reunite with you one day. One day, sometime, another place. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon.